Surrender is a little bit of a fraught and potentially upsetting word, or if it is associated with giving up, right? So the idea of contentment is not, well, you know, just be happy with what you have. It's not settling. Contentment isn't settling. So it's the idea of letting go of the attachment to what you think you should have, or the attachment to the kind of ego boost that you get when you feel accomplished. So because when you start to attach yourself to the sensation of feeling accomplished, proud, not to say those things are bad, but when you eventually, as you kind of reinforce your own attachment to those feelings, then your pursuit of happiness ends up being about stroking your ego, as opposed to actual contentment, which is Santosha, the Sanskrit word for contentment, which is just being at ease with what you have and where you are and who you are, which is one of the cornerstones of being able to meditate. So stilling your body obviously is asana, stilling your mind is pranayama, and then concentrating is the first step to meditation. And that stilling and concentrating cannot happen if you have an unhealthy attachment with accomplishment. So a couple of the other kind of heavy and potentially inflammatory words, concepts that go along with that are faith and, I wrote it down because I knew I had too many. So faith, so it's surrender, faith, and choice. And it's too big for me to write. I was like, how am I going to write all of this in one thing? And I know that this is too big, obviously, for one class, but bear with me. You know how this works. Bear with me. So the surrender piece becomes easier, surrendering in not giving up, but letting go of the attachment of accomplishment in a way that strokes your ego, has to be paired with a conceptualization of some kind of faith. So I consider myself a recovering Catholic, so faith is a very fraught word for me, right? So when I think about the concept of faith, I have faith in the practices of yoga and myself. Even if it's hard to see at this time, I know that if I practice and keep paying attention, then eventually I'll get where there is an ability to surrender and to make choices from a place that don't have a logical sense. Okay. So this is the groundwork for all of what we're doing today. We're doing twists and forward folds on our basic level. It's springtime, and we need to break it up and get rid of it so that we can spring, right? Okay, that's the ultimate plan. But mentally speaking, there's so much to dig out and to either assimilate into our being, because it helps us live in a healthy and content way in the world, or get out. So that's the plan. Maybe I should have started with that, but I really wanted to work out the, thank you, okay. So to begin, we're gonna be returning to a balance of light in next week. Next week is the equinox. And so we're going to be doing a lot of balance related practices. Nadia showed enough samadhi, stuff like that. Okay, so left and right sidedness, aware of how our dominance presents in our bodies, what that means for our mind, stuff like that.